Testing. How are we feeling, everybody? How are we doing, Joe White's friends and family? Are we ready for the roast of Joe White, everybody? Are we excited for that shit? Goddamn right, everybody take the seats.
Oh.
Hell yeah. We're actually going to spit roast Joe White. We're all going to have sex with him. Who wants that? All right, less people. That makes sense. Why does everybody take a seat? I'm Adam Lucky. I'm going to be hosting this thing. I run roast battles here in Austin. Joe's a good friend of mine. Guys, give it up for Joe White, please. He's the man. You can sit in the back. You can sit in one of them. Get in the back, Joe. Fuck off. I like how they didn't get a seat for him. The one who roasted. We don't know what he looks like. It's fine. One more time for Joe White, everybody. The man. All right. I have assembled a small cast of some of the funniest comedians in Austin. Some of these guys know Joe White very well. Some of them are just really good roasters, and they're going to kill it. So give it up. Come on up, guys. We got Mike Eaton, everybody. We got Casey Rocket.
Oh, yeah.
We got Sam Prickett, Hunter Duncan, and Charles Adams Jr. Make some noise for these guys, everybody. Hell yeah. All right, Charles, you want to come up? Oh, are you guys leaving the black chair for Charles? That's fucked up. This is your assigned seat. That's kind of fucked. God damn, with Charles here, this kind of feels like Get Out. Who's trying to steal his body? Wow, we look like one of the ugliest boy bands of all time. It's just disgusting. To honor Joe White's 77th birthday, we assembled people who will not live anywhere near 77. We all live really hard. We all fuck hookers, and it hurts. But that is, I'll do a little time, I'll do some jokes, and then we're going to bring up our first comic. Are we excited? Are we excited for the roast of Joe White? Fuck yeah. Joe lives hard. He likes to fucking explore caves. He likes to jet ski. He likes to race cars. He is currently holding the world record for longest midlife crisis. So that's pretty good. He's 27 years into it. That's fucking impressive. We all know this about Joe. Joe fucks. Am I right? Joe fucks. That's how I met him. He blasted my ass. I'm just kidding. We actually both met because we were both taking pictures of kids at an elementary school. That was a nice day. It was strictly artistic. We just didn't have pants on because it was hot outside. So it's not that weird. Now, Joe does fuck. He's pretty hard. He's known for busting dust all over stripper titties. That's something he does. He fucks a lot of younger women. They refer to him as their sugar granddaddy. That's I don't even fully know if Joe's alive. We're actually we're gonna follow the roast of Joe White with the funeral of Joe White. I just think they're Weekend at Bernie's him at this point. Like, he might be dead. He really could be. Joe has a podcast. Each episode is an hour of him trying to figure out if it's recording or not. What? Is it? Hello? And then it's just 30 minutes of the N-word. But it's a great podcast. It's a really good podcast. It's up there. It's really one of the best ones. It's right up there with J.R. Eaton. Joe's actually one of the top 10 comedy photographers in the world. There are 6, but still. That's not bad. That's still top 10. Fuck it. I mean this for real though, Joe. I fucking love you. You're the man. We assembled this because you're awesome. We all respect everything you do. And we're going to bring up our next comic. This guy actually is the reason why Joe is involved in comedy photography. He went to one of his shows. This guy's producing a show. Joe went there, ended up falling in love with comedy, and now he's been photographing it ever since. I want you guys to give it up for a substitute teacher who looks like he fucks all the kids. Hunter Duncan, everybody. Make some noise.
Thank you, guys. Keep it going. Adam Lucky, everybody. Amazing. Not welcome within 50 feet of a school or a shower. This is an amazing group of people that, you know, the dais, is that what we call them? And I don't know, Sam Prickett, everybody, you know, give it up for Sam. Oh, yes. Only time he sees a pussy is when he looks in the mirror. don't know if we're close enough friends for that yet. I love you. Oh, give it up for the guy from Green Mile. He's doing better. Let's get right into Joe. Come out of this with no more friends. I love Joe. The first time I met Joe was when he was coaching football at Penn State. He's doing better. He's a good coach. But no, I love it. He loves Miatas, which makes sense because it only seems like guys that are 75 and natural brunettes drive them. He love it, and it makes sense with the Miata too, right? Just loving something that's Asian with its top down and to get inside of it. Only likes them made after the year 2000. Most nights you can find Joe on 6th Street, taking a break outside of the mothership, enjoying a fag. That's Tony Hinchcliffe's dick. But he looks amazing. I love Joe. Joe, handsome guy. Give it up for Joe. Good-looking Joe, everybody. Somebody said, still looks like Anthony Bourdain if we dug him up today. You can also find Joe hanging out in bars, asking random girls if they're ticklish. But, no, I'm not going to say that one. Keep moving. But no, I think it's amazing. Joe Rogan, he went from, so when Joe and I first met, it was at Cherrywood Coffee House. I was running these shows right after COVID was happening. We started early and Joe didn't give a shit about COVID either. And so he came out and started photographing the shows. And then, we went from there to Kill Tony. And then from Kill Tony all the way to Joe Rogan having the #1, comedy venue in the world and him being one of the in-house photographers. Give it up for that. That's amazing. It's incredible. It's incredible. He's 75 years old and he doesn't have the professional experience. It's amazing to see the commitment of the mothership to hire anyone but a woman. Anyway. All right, guys, that's been my time. I've been Hunter Duncan. You guys were a lot of fun. Give it up. The amazing Adam.
Oh yeah, give it up for Hunter Duncan, everybody. You mentioned COVID. Joe, how the fuck did you survive COVID? CNN lied. That shit's weak if Joe's still alive. He goes to 6 every day. All right, one more time for Hunter Duncan, everybody. That was fun. We're gonna keep going. This next comic, I don't even know if he knows Joe at all. He just really needs the money to buy heroin, I assume. Give it up for Sam Prickett, everybody. Make some noise.
Well, hello, everybody. I just want to say it's great to be here to celebrate the 77th birthday of Joe White and Adam Lucky. Hunter, very funny stuff. Hunter, if you're here, then who's teaching retards how to swim? No, for real. It looks like you started comedy because it's the last badge you needed to be an Eagle Scout. Hunter, actually, of everyone here, Hunter has the most credits of all the comics here. Hunter has been on Comedy Central, and Casey Rocket is currently on Suboxone. Casey, love you, buddy. No, Casey used to be a drug addict, but he found a lot of success in sobriety. Now he's traveling across the country doing puppet shows at NA meetings. Casey, he used to do a lot of drugs. Casey has used more drugs than Tony Hinchcliffe uses mentally ill people. Casey has done so many experimental substances, he's now Joe Rogan's doctor. Casey, you look like little orphan Annie sucks dick for crack. Speaking of crack, Charles Adams Jr. is here. Charles Adams Jr. That is the whitest name I've ever heard from the blackest guy I've ever seen. That's a name for the King of England, not the Kings of Comedy. You sound like a founding father and you look like a deadbeat dad. Thank you, Adam Lucky, for throwing this and hosting this. Just thanks. I need the money for this. You're right. I have great respect for Adam. Adam is a comedian that crosses lines, mostly the line 50 feet away from middle schools. Adam is I'm kidding. He's a great father to his daughter. He calls her Pumpkin. That's what he calls her, and she calls him. I'm gonna let you on. All right, now it's the man, Joe White. Happy 77th. You don't look a day over 96. Man, you're old. You look like a wax statue in a Civil War museum. The only thing more ancient than Joe here is Adam Lucky's teeth. Actually, a lot of people don't know this, but Adam Lucky is the proud owner of George Washington's teeth. He stole them from the same museum Joe escaped from. Joe respects Adam. Joe sees a lot of Adam in himself. Mostly Adam's hair, because it looks exactly like Joe's pubes. Joe's body reminds me of a romance novel. It's 50 Shades of Grey. Joe's the photographer for Kill Tony. It's good. He's spending his retirement doing what he loves, taking pictures of open micers in wheelchairs. Kill Tony. Kill Tony's known for giving a voice to people with disabilities, like Michael Lair, Aaron Belial, and Hans Kim. Actually, when Hans became a regular, Joe was very excited because it was the first time he shot an Asian since the Korean War. And yeah,
Guys, get up for Sam Prickett. That was incredible. Fuck yeah. Keep it going. That was great. God damn right. It's funny because Sam made fun of my teeth, but it's ironic because my teeth look like this because I ate his mother's rotten pussy. Tell her to wash that thing. It smells like my ass. All right, guys, we ready to keep this thing going? We ready for our next comedian, everybody? Fuck yeah. This is actually one of the best roast battlers we have in Austin. This guy's been our champion multiple times. I love him. He also looks like the last person who still likes Nickelback. Give it up for Mike Eaton, everybody. Thanks a lot.
Well, hi. Well, I definitely am not outliving Joe. Not a chance. I'm not going to make it to 40. It's so fun to be up here on stage. Sam's spine is curved like that because he sleeps in an ashtray. All right, cool. It's going to go well. Casey sent me a text that he thinks Joe's a really great guy. But I read it closer. It says he's his great-great-great-great-grandfather. So a lot of greats. Charles is glad Adam's teeth are here, so he's not the darkest thing in the room. Okay. Hunter is giving Joe World War II flashbacks to all those hot guys wearing Hugo Boss. So you know about Nazis. That's cool. That's good. Joe's had a very long career. He's done a lot of things. He worked for NASA. Very cool. He owned a racing team. He named after his weenie dog. He had a long stint on TV as the Crypt Keeper. A very interesting dude. Joe likes to go spelunking in Cancun, which is what his doctors call his weekly colonoscopy. He just won an award, most likely to text like this. Pretty good? All right. Some people say that comedy and photography is stressful, but I think Joe looks great for 50. You guys are mean. That's not very nice. Clap with that. Joe's hair is very crazy. It all got blown off. He used to use the flash that had gunpowder in it and just recently got it digital. Joe likes to spend all of his time on 6th Street. He doesn't drink much. It's mostly because he has 300 pills left in his Viagra subscription. He just refuses to waste them, you know? Saving the earth. Joe likes to drive Miatas, mostly because fat kids won't fit in the trunk. You can find the hot kids yelling, "Get Miata here." I would have never guessed the secret to a long life is cranberry juice and Marlboro Lights. I've been doing the cheese whiz and caviar thing, but that's because I'm a piece of shit. Joe loves strippers and hookers. You know, the world's oldest profession for the world's oldest man. Genuinely, Joe, I love you. It's always a delight to see you, and I appreciate everything you do for us. And thank you for taking the pictures. When God gives you the light, please run it. So, thank you.
That was sweet as shit. Give it up for Mike Eaton, everybody. That was beautiful. We got 2 more. Are we ready for 2 more roasts? Joe White, everybody? Fuck yeah. Please give it up for Joe White again, everybody. He's the fucking man. We love you, Joe. That's why we're going so hard. All right, this next guy promised he's going to call Joe the N-word. I don't know why he said that. He wanted you guys to know that. It's not going to work, man. They don't like it already. Now, this next guy is one of the most unique, awesome comics. He's going to be famous as shit one day. Give it up for Casey Rocket, everybody. Make some noise.
Yeah. Hey, you thought Adam's teeth were bad. You should see his teeth. They're bad. Oh, yeah. Adam has the type of smile only the Babadook could love. Also, before I get started, I would like to point out that I'm here even though I have iritis, which hurts really bad. Hey, Mike, what's your excuse for being fat? Okay. He's fat as hell. Legitimately fat, for real. I'll never forget the first time I met Joe. He leaned down and sniffed me on the head like Joe Biden. And his caretaker said, "That means he likes you." But no, the first time I got off stage and Joe was there, he said, "Man, I've never seen anything like that." And I said, "Oh, I appreciate that, man. I work really hard." And he said, "No, did you know they let black people perform here?" And I said, "Joe, you can't say that." And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Did you know they let brothers perform here?" I was like, "That's even worse. What the fuck?" Joe was born the same year we dropped the bomb on Japan. Jesus Christ, how strong was that radiation? All the way to Tennessee. What the fuck? Seeing the Oppenheimer sequel right now here. Nuclear fallout. Mike's fat. Why every time I see Joe, I'm surprised he doesn't have a milk mustache. He just you look like you drink milk. Hey Joe, if you're such a good mechanic, why don't you try fixing Adam's teeth? Okay. No, Joe was actually a really accomplished electrical engineer. He used to work for NASA. But before you get too excited, he worked on the Space Shuttle Challenger. They exploded. Hell yeah. Old Sam Prickett, that old stinky bitch, stinky bitch. Sam looks like he sleeps on a waterbed full of mustard. Sam looks like he would pretend to be blind just so he could touch people's faces. Sam's got it good. His girlfriend just got on the pill, the Xanax pill. She's on Xanax. She has a drug problem. Sam looks like the type of guy who would freestyle during a eulogy. You guys mind if I kick something real quick? Brian, real good for. All right, cool. Hell yeah. Charles rules. Hell yeah, that's all I got for you, dude. Coolest guy. Charles is here. He's badass. Anyway, Hunter Duncan sucks. Hunter looks like a sociopath. Hunter looks like he checks his pulse during an argument. Hunter looks like he puts on a pair of driving gloves before he fingers his wife. Hell yeah. But yeah, for real, Joe, we love you, man. You're such a great guy. Every time I see you, it makes me so happy. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
Guys, Casey rocking. Fucking incredible. Give it up for him, everybody. Hell yeah. All right, we have come to our final comic on the lineup. It's just random that he's at the back of the lineup. I didn't do this on purpose, I swear to God. But this guy is great. He is the entire black population of this party. Get off for the proof that Joe White has a black friend, Charles Adams Jr.
God damn, ain't that something? Save the black for last. Man, well, how y'all doing? Y'all still good? Give me a call to all my comic homeboys. Yep. Give it up for Mike Eaton's foot. It's gonna fall off next week because of diabetes. Sam's so skinny, I got him a membership at Golden Corral. Yep. Hunter right here. Hunter's one of my favorite comics here in Austin. He actually just got married. Give it up for that, yeah. To a woman. Finally. Can't tell, I didn't know. Casey, crack. Yeah, that's no, crack baby. And you know what I'm saying? My boy Adam, thank you for putting me on, you know what I'm saying? You know I really love Joe. Joe's my homie. But Adam's teeth are so black they get pulled over more than I do. That's a lot. Because my registration's out. All right. But no, man, Joe, happy birthday. You know what I'm saying? You're a Cancer, right? Yeah, I'm a Cancer as well, so I'm going to cry after this set. That's what we do. And after sex. A lot of people know his name, Joe White, and a lot of people don't know this, that I was actually going to be a part of his family. I was going to change my last name to White, Charles White. You know, try to get that credit score up. We're in East Austin right now, so we can all laugh at it. Joe and Trice, the first people I met during the pandemic to take photos of me because they didn't believe that Austin comedy had black comics. They were like, "Oh my God, Cherry Wood actually the old cherry picking over here, motherfuckers." This is so racist, but it's okay. I can see it. Joe and I met the second time at Vulcan. Met at Vulcan. Yes, I went up to Joe's during the pandemic. I asked him for a cigarette, and he gave me COVID. I was like, slash Marlboro Red or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. I was like, God damn, dude. We have the same barber. This is amazing. We became really good friends enough that we actually he invited me to a party. I was like, oh, what kind of party is this? He was like, yes, it's an old ass party. It's going to be in a ranch out in Dripping Springs. I was like, oh, let me check with my PO. That's for probation officer. I'm not here right now. Went out to Dripping Springs. I was put it in GPS, going out there. And I was like, okay, it was on the road. I was on the highway. I got on the road. I got on a dirt road. And I saw a gate. And I was like, okay, I am not going to pick cotton today. Where the fuck we are right now. So this is funny. We get out, my girl and I, we go into the ranch, and immediately everybody was like, oh, let me touch that black person. And this is kind of embarrassing. Yeah, it's okay, Joe, put your hands down. We go out, they was like, do you want to see the back of the yard? I was like, that's a field of cotton. I do not want to see that. We go back there, and it was a motherfucking llama. I never seen a llama before because I grew up in the projects with pit bulls. I was like, this is a big ass pit bull that's hairy. Somebody needs to shave this fucking pit bull. There's a llama with 2 teeth, and I touched it, and it said, yeah. I was like, did he say the N-word? Fuck llamas. From there, we went to a garage, and I was like, I'm not gonna do any work, Joe. Who the fuck you think I am? He showed me this little bitty car. I don't know if it was up there, but it was, I don't know, it was a Mazda. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was a big ass motor. And he was like, get inside of it. I said, you know I'm over 6 foot. I cannot get my big ass in this little fucking car. Fuck your car. But no, man. Nothing for nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday to you. You know, I really love you. I really love all the photos and all the headshots you gave me. Oh, that didn't come out right. I'm just saying, you know, he has a really big camera. And, you know, one time he asked me to touch his camera. I was like, I don't think Tony will like this. Tony Hitchman. Another black man touching your camera. But I really appreciate you, man. You really kind of made me famous. And happy birthday, brother.
Fuck yeah, everybody, keep it going. Oh, damn right. One more time for Kimbo Slice, everybody. That's somebody good. Kimbo is dead. Yeah, Charles Down Jr., everybody. Fuck yeah. How do we enjoy the roast? We have a good time, everybody? Fuck yeah. Joe, legitimately, why we all wanted to do this and why we were all able to be so funny is because you're so fucking awesome. We respect you so much. I want everyone to raise their drinks right now for Joe. Yeah. Fuck yeah, raise your Hennessy, Charles. We fucking love you so much, man. We'll be back for your 87th birthday because you're gonna live for fucking ever. Give it up for Joe White, everybody. Thank you guys. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys. Fuck yeah, one more time for Mike Eaton, Sam Prickett, Charles Adams Jr., give it up for Hunter Duncan, Casey Rocket, and I'm Adam Lucky, guys. Thank you guys very much. That was a lot of fun. We love you, Joe. You're the best.
That was fucking awesome.
Joe, would you like to come up here and say some words? Hell yeah.
Well, I agree with one thing. I'm definitely not a comedian, and I'm not going to tell any jokes. I might poke some fun. Anyway, Adam, appreciate you, bud. All these guys, I've been seeing them over town since really started doing the show photography at Cherrywood with Hunter and his partner at the time, Emilio Bebo. That kind of led me on into the scene a little bit more. Started going to Creek and Cave and Vulcan and all that. Along the way, you know, met these guys. I don't know how many of them, but these guys in particular. I had to think about it. Casey Rocket. I saw Casey, I believe, do his very first set here in Austin at the Hilton. He was on the Austin. Florida, we had a little show. She was doing up at the top floor of the Hilton. And I believe Casey might have still been living in his car at the time. I'm not sure. But he came out and did his thing. Not quite as polished as it is today, because it's very polished. I thought, what the fuck? I've never seen anything like that before. Absolutely damn hilarious. And back to Cherrywood, that's where I met Charles. Charles kind of got my attention, I don't know. Big man, very funny, very personable, love him to death. But I gotta tell you, the funniest thing he's ever done that I saw him do was at Vulcan one night when he crushed that water bottle on his face. He picked up a freaking water bottle and just crushed it right on his face. I got pictures of water streaming all down. It was absolutely hilarious. Absolutely ridiculous. Then Mike Eaton, there's another one. Didn't know Mike at all. I knew he was one of the LA crowd. And I was over at Latchkey one Sunday. Tony and some of his cronies were over there and had to run into Mike that day. And he just was such a personal, friendly guy. It's like, damn, he's kind of a cool guy. I like him. Like that a whole lot. I saw Sam, I believe it was a bucket pull on Kill Tony. Saw his very first stage performance, probably here in Austin. Is that true, Sam?
Yeah.
I believe it probably is. Adam, of course, I've seen him many times at Creek and Cave doing the roast, so you know he's kind of pretty well known, like his style. Really doing a good thing here in Austin for the whole roasting. People that like that roast scene. Go see his show at Creek. Are you still doing it at Creek, or are you doing it You were doing a little bit at the mothership, right? Didn't they move it to like one?
Yeah, we do once a month at Mother's
Once a month at the mothership, yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, been a real honor, quite honestly, to be a photographer at the mothership. Because let me tell you something, we have got the #1 comedy club in the world. And there ain't nobody that works there that is not the best at what they do. Down to the servers, everybody in that building is focused. It's funny, I was talking to Carrie Mitchell last night. This is really kind of odd. I walked in and she knew it was my birthday and we started talking a little bit. She said, she said, it's really odd. Almost everybody that I hired to work here, it's birthday, they're cancers. They're cancers. And she said, I don't know why it turned out that way, but I think it's because of the cancer personality. I didn't used to be a believer in the zodiac, the signs and all that bullshit. But quite honestly, you start looking at what the signs kind of say your personality and the way you are, it's kind of true. The cancers are very emotional. That's what they're known for. And I see that myself. Now, you guys probably don't see it because I'm an engineer. I'm very logical in my day-to-day thinking. But if you get to know me pretty well, I can be a very emotional guy. And I see that in a lot of these people. As they work, they're putting their feelings. They might be serving you. They might be serving you a beer, but they're empathizing with the crowd, and I see that. Okay, let me make this short. Rick, Soza, and Mandy, I appreciate you for putting this on. Oh, that's buddies. Sean, his brother came up from Houston, made that drive all the way up here. Bob McLeod came down from Waco. I've got so many stories about Bob McLeod, I could talk all night about Bob. Keith, I hadn't seen him in a while. Doug Sheffield, I got to call him out. Doug worked for me when I worked at Semtex. I haven't seen Doug, 12 years, something like that, and he showed up at the party. It's like, Doug, I really appreciate that. I also got to shout out Amy O. Amy O is kind of my conscience sometimes. I think we both have peculiar ways of observing the world, and so we kind of get together and compare notes on the phone at times, and it's just really a pleasure talking to her. The Saudi Cowboy. Oh my God! I got to tell you something about my dad. He's the only Saudi guy that I know, and you might have preconceived notions about people from the Middle East, Muslims, Arabs. Whatever you think about them, there's some damn good ones out there. Mark surprised me one night at Vulcan out on the deck. He brought me a prayer mat. It's absolutely beautiful. And I treasure that. And I'm not Muslim, but I am Christian. I'm a man of the book. So I guess we have a little bit in common in that way, but that was really a very heartfelt gift from Mont. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. Oh, okay, I can keep going. I could tell a story about everybody in here, but I won't. So, okay, cut it short. Guys, appreciate you coming.